The choice between Deel and Rippling. It's not really about picking the best features, is it? It's more about choosing which kind of disaster your company is actually prepared to manage.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are trying to cut through all the marketing noise around these huge global HR platforms. We're going to analyze what's really happening based on, actual user reports.
And this is so critical for anyone listening, because if you get this decision wrong, the very foundation of your business can start to crumble.
You mean people not getting paid?
People don't get paid on time, and that's a nightmare scenario. So we're going beyond the promises of efficiency to understand their true reliability, their costs, and maybe most importantly, how they fail.
Okay, so let's unpack that.
Yeah.
I think the best place to start is their core philosophies and how that shows up in their cost structures. Deel seems to be, first and foremost, a predictable compliance wrapper. Their whole focus is on global hiring across 150 countries. And their main service, the employer of record, or EOR, it comes at a high but, very predictable cost. It's $599 a month for each employee.
Right. And they do throw in some free basic HR for smaller teams, but you're basically paying a premium for that peace of mind, for that pure compliance assurance.
Rippling, though, comes at it from a completely different angle.
A totally different world. They're built for automation first. They actually evolved from domestic HR and then moved outward. And what's fascinating is their stacked charging model.
It looks so cheap to start.
It does. The core HR starts at just $8 per employee a month. But that low entry fee, it jumps immediately once you need the services you actually need.
Like payroll.
Like payroll, that adds another $35. Then you need benefits administration, IT management. That can be another $5 to $20 per person.
Wait, so for a startup that's trying to scale fast, is that $8 entry fee kind of a bait and switch once you stack everything on top?
That's precisely the risk. It's a low barrier to entry that. Well, it becomes this accumulation of fees as soon as you turn on the full platform. And that complexity, it feeds directly into their workflow.
Which brings us to what I think is the biggest difference. The automation gap. It completely separates them. So imagine you're hiring 50 people across, say, 10 different countries.
Okay.
With Deel, that whole process is intentionally hands-on. You're working with their agents. You are personally approving every single contract, managing compliance country by country. It's slower, for sure, but you have that control. It's the double you know.
And Rippling, on the other hand, just throws full automation at that same problem. A new hire automatically triggers the entire stack.
Everything at once.
Everything. Payroll setup, device and app provisioning, benefits enrollment, all happening at the same time. The goal is to sync HR, finance, and tech into one system with, zero manual work.
This is where I find the user reports so staggering. Where does that perfect automation hit a wall?
Well, let's start with Deel's problems. Users are documenting payroll errors monthly. We saw one company that had 7 different issues in just 4 months.
Wow. And for contractors who need that instant cash deal?
It's a huge pain point. We see payment delays plaguing them, with funds just sitting in Deel's system for days. And the support, unfortunately, often just sends back these generic, non-resolving responses.
Okay, so what about Rippling? What are their issues?
Rippling's problems are more about technical failures and, I'd say, support access. The Better Business Bureau has records of repeated instances of customers paying their employees late.
So the automation fails.
Right. But it's the complexity of the failures that raises a serious flag. Imagine this. One user reported their COBRA benefits just vanished, mysteriously, even though they had paid.
Oh, no.
And it took Rippling's internal engineering teams weeks just to figure out what went wrong in their own system. Plus, their support is often chat-only, with offshore reps who keep asking for documents you've already sent them.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? I think the overall verdict is that neither one is perfect. The choice really comes down to your company's tolerance for complexity and which set of failures you can actually manage.
And the decision guide becomes pretty clear, I think. You choose Deel if your main focus is hiring internationally, where you don't have your own entities. You want that custom hands-on compliance control, and you accept that slower processes and potential payment delays are the trade-off.
And you choose Rippling if you absolutely demand that unified automation across HR and IT. You operate mostly in the U.S. with maybe some international expansion, and this is the critical part, you have your own tech staff ready to troubleshoot when that complex automation eventually hits a wall.
Exactly.
So the real investigation, it isn't about the marketing promises. It's about asking what breaks when these mission-critical systems fail.
When you're picking a platform like this, a core platform for global payroll, the whole focus has to shift. It's not about finding perfect efficiency. It's about evaluating your organization's real risk tolerance against these documented failures, both technical and procedural.
A truly vital distinction. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
And just a quick disclaimer, this discussion is an analysis of marketing claims and reported operational issues. It's intended for educational purposes only. Always conduct your own exhaustive internal analysis before choosing a platform.